Hey everyone, it's Kankun, and today we'll be doing a box opening of the Japanese version of Ultraman Card Game Vortex of Crimson Azure BP2. Some initial thoughts. I really like the Japanese box. I like the design. It's very simple, and you have your iconic Gaia Aguru on the cover. Though I do still like the American Marvel artist renditions of the characters. So this is kind of where, as a box, I like that this one looks very simple and clean. Um, though the artwork itself for the characters, if you can see this here, still a big fan of the approach they took with adding the American artists to draw their take on Ultraman, with some exceptions on certain cards. That being said, let's get started with opening this. So, a couple things. Compared to the American set for Ultraman card game, the Japanese ones actually have fewer cards in pack. If you can see here, there's still 24 packs, but there's only 6 cards in each pack. So overall, the box is half the size of the American one. So it's actually a lot cheaper. If you go to eBay, you can probably get your hands on one of these for maybe $50 with shipping. And you still have similar pull rates. You do have 2 rares or 3 R's and the AP card. So you're kind of getting a better deal overall. Possibly why the cards in Japan are cheaper, though that also has a bit to do with the supply and demand compared to the United States. So we will open this and get started. So today we'll be talking about the cards as we opening them and compare the American and Japanese art. So for those that didn't know, the American Japanese versions for some of the cards have different artists drawing them. So you have a couple cases where you have arts that I actually prefer in English, and then some other cases where I prefer them in Japanese. And it's tough to say overall which one I like more, but I will applaud Tsuburaya for taking this approach. I feel like it really shows that they mean business with how they're approaching Ultraman in the United States and in English. So let's get this opened up, and we will go through these packs. So overall, chase card wise, since I haven't opened any of the Japanese Ultraman cards yet, I'm thinking of any APs, to be honest, would be a welcome treat. Of course, if I can get an SP or an SSP or something fancy, I'll be very excited. But honestly, getting a Japanese copy of Gaia Supreme and comparing it to the American one, uh, not even an AP. I think those are actually what I'm more excited for. The AP art is the same as English and Japanese. So APs, other than something really fancy, I'm more looking forward to comparing the American and Japanese art. So let's get started. And let me know what you guys think on the cards overall. So here, one interesting thing for this one actually, if you have opened the American version of BP2, you'll get the Kensato Level 2 Scene Searcher, very important card for the Ultraman Rising deck. If you open the Japanese version, you actually have a different promo box topper. This is Ella King, one of my favorite kaiju, but also this effect 8,000 single, 13,000 double. And when you play it, you're on play, you can basically negate the BP boost of one of your opponent's cards, and they can't get strengthened that turn. I think as a card itself, it's very interesting. The idea of locking out one of your opponents from being able to upgrade their cards seems really unique and strong. The biggest complaint though I have this about this card is it's only 8,000 as a single. So you, as a kaiju, you're probably going to lose this lane. Though since it's a level 5, I'm looking forward to BP3. If we have a level 6 King card as a kaiju, you may be able to level this up later to fix the weaker power. And denying that increase could play a big role in other cards. For in the matchups in the future. And for comparison, this is the Ken Sato box topper for the English version. Right now, this probably is going to see a lot more use in the Japanese King, though BP3 could always bring a change to that. So another thing, I didn't actually know about this till opening this box here or reading the label, that we do have the promo card for the Battle Spirits Ultraman card game. Um, I loosely know of the Battle Spirits games. I see kind of some of the cards on the internet, and haven't actually played any of them myself. So I'm very curious to see what we get here. Oh wow, so this is oh interesting. Okay, so this is the Triple R Ultraman Zero from the starter deck, but it's in the Battle Spirit style. Unfortunately, I'm not as familiar with that game to know how it would compare effect-wise, though the art's the same. So let's see. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't know what the four levels mean, but okay. Zeto no Shisho, Ultraman Zero, Nexus. Yeah, I see a lot of keywords here, but unfortunately don't know how they play into the game. Something I might look up later. Did not expect this one, so kind of a very neat surprise. Ultraman Card Game and Battle Spirits collaboration. We'll definitely set this aside. Yeah, Battle Spirits. Huh. Very nice surprise. Did not actually expect this when I had ordered the Japanese set. So let's get that in a sleeve and start our box opening. So yeah, this is the first time I've been opening Japanese packs for Ultraman Card Game. So don't know what the pack trick is. We'll see what that is, and yeah, see how fast we can get through this. I imagine it'll be a lot quicker than the American box, just because by nature of having that many fewer cards. And let's see. So the yeah packs are definitely smaller. I feel like they're a lot easier to open than Japanese, or sorry, the American ones. But let's see. Okay, so we have the Japanese. What's a blue? Dyna, Blazar. Oh wow. Okay, so I've kind of loosely seen some of the uh American. I mean, sorry, some of the Japanese art for these, but I hadn't looked at them all in detail. So this is the Lightning Counter Zero Ultraman Mebius Level 3 Double R. Again, if you've watched the Mebius deck showcase I was doing, this is actually still probably one of my favorite new Mebius cards that came in the game. Um, so I definitely like the art here. If you didn't know, so this effect, you can discard a Mebius Rikari a card to give another Mebius Rikari plus 2000. Now, let me pull out my the English one for this card just for comparison. They did want to do a comparison of some of the key cards here. So this is the American version of this card here. So we have this one um, by Kevin Kobasic, and then here we have the Japanese one. Let me know what you guys think. This is actually one of the cards I really like the American style. The action feels like it's coming out of a comic book, though I do think this is still a good looking card in Japanese. So excited for pulling this one. Now next pack. Oh, so forgot to go through. Yeah, we had Diana Rosso, the Kaijus. So definitely I'm excited to see one of my favorite cards in the first pack, and we're off to a good start. They do say the Japanese cards overall have a better pull rate, so looks like that's uh, true so far. And it does seem like in the Japanese cards, the rare is in the back slot. I'm curious if that's the case for AP cards as well, or if they share the same spot. So let's see here. So we have Rosso, Dyna, um, I forget his name, Neodaran Bia, Rosso. Oh, and okay, so we have, oh, never mind, maybe it's not in the back. My bad. We have the Rosso level 2. Hmm. I think I like this one overall. It's very consistent with all the other double R's um, we had in set one, where everyone's doing their finisher move pose. And I think overall I like this style more. It's very consistent across all of the heroes. I really liked it. If you look at like put everything in a binder for BP1, you have a very consistent pose for everyone. Whereas I don't think I have it on hand. I do still like the level 2 Rosso and blue effects. Well, more I think I like the Rosso more than the blue, but um, I would still give the win to Japan for this one for consistency. It um, does a lot for when I kind of can flip through a binder and you have a nice set of consistency across laying out all the cards on a page. so next we have this pack. Let's see, we have Rosso, Dyna, Blazar. Oh, okay, the zero. So I remember this card getting kind of some complaints and mixed opinions online for the level two. Do think this one probably for me looks better in Japanese. That'll probably be a common case, though. Some like the Mebius, I still like the American version for the most part. Very nice. So actually, so far every pack we've gotten a double R. There is definitely something to Japanese cards having a better pull rate. So we're 3 for 3, but let's see if that pattern continues. Okay, so here we're on our fourth pack. Okay, and we have Gaia, Mebius, Blazar, Gomora. So this is one where I think I like the American art for the Gomora more on the level 6. Gaia, or sorry, Ago, Rosso. Okay, yeah, so we've still gotten, oh no, actually, sorry, this is our first rare. Um, but I mean, I still like the card, but this is definitely one where the American card looks very nice. Let's see, I might have this one on hand. It is probably right here in my binder. So this is the American version for Gomra by Bob Eagleton. I don't know. Let me know what you think in the comments, but Gomra definitely uh, it looks better to me in English. It just has a really nice style, especially if you consider like the background, the the environment. It kind of has a for some surprisingly even has like a more classic Gomra feel to me. Might just be the angle and the setup, but English wins for this one for me. So uh, for the most part, Japan so far, but there's a couple gems where I think maybe if you're in Japan and you're interested in collecting all of the different variations of cards, you might be worth buying a box of the American or English Ultraman card game. So I think this is pack number 5. Let's see, we have Rosso, Arc, Hikari, Mebius. Okay, so this one is a level 2. Actually, this might be another one where I like the American art more. Let me pull that aside for us to compare. Let's see. Probably have that around here. So I'll probably spend a little bit extra time comparing the Mebius cards just because I have my deck beside me on hand. So it should be much faster to do that comparison. So let's see here. We look at the level 2 scene cards. So nothing wrong with the Japanese one. I still like this card, but the English one here has a different style. It reminds me of some of the really old Ultraman manga where uh, trying to remember the name of it, but you had a lot more of this kind of style to me, where this looks like your classic TV show Ultraman. Um, Still like them both, but this might be another one where if I had to play it in my deck, this one feels unique. So give this one to the English maybe. So maybe overall, I think for the most part, I do like their effects. A couple things I actually don't have on hand. I didn't think about preparing the grade ones. A lot of the level 1 cards also have different unique art. I almost didn't recognize this card at first. The English version of I think this one for the speed level 1 arc, probably one of the nicest art cards I saw. Uh, with maybe the exception of the triple R. Some of the armors do uh, uh, do look really good, but this is hopefully a pattern we'll see where we have really good work done for the American version of the or English version of the Ultimate Card Game card. So next, so we have still what I think 4 double R's, a single R. Um, might be lucky today, but um, the Japanese cards doing good work with the pull rate so far. So maybe it's Gaia, Kari, and then this is a Rosso card. Okay, so um, Now this one I did set aside ahead of time because I wanted to compare the two. So this is the American or English blue versus the Japanese blue. Very similar overall, I think, in terms of the pose and the scene. But um, one thing I really like about the Japanese one, so if I were to look at these two by themselves, I probably like the English one more. But if you have the Japanese one side by side, um, we'll have to pull the Japanese Rosso to show, but the cards actually line up together, and you have like you can see the flame effects here from Rosso's card. The English one still looks really nice, but it doesn't have that nice benefit of kind of having the cards line up together. But okay, so this is the triple R we got, and let's put this in a sleeve and set this aside with the Battle Spirits Zero. Okay, and next, I think we're on probably pack number 7. Okay, so let's see, we have Rosso, Dinah, Blazar, okay, the Gaia. This is one where I really like the Japanese art for the Gaia Liquidator card. The American one, it's hmm, I think the style of the artist is not my favorite. Whereas this one, I really like it, has a nice consistency. So really, really nice to pull this one. I think this is kind of where overall the highs are high for the English cards, and then the lows are fairly low for them as well. So if I were to swap out the Gaias, I might put those level twos as the Japanese version in my deck instead for Gaia Uggle. And oh, okay. So kind of just jump ahead. So this is what I was talking about for Blue Rosso. Um, if you take the two scene cards and you align them like so, you have like this one connecting scene which looks really nice. Um, so maybe still individually, I might like their English art more, but oh yes, here it is. Yeah, so for this one, actually for me they're fairly comparable. But yeah, same tier and level, but I think I still have to give it to the Japanese one for having the connecting scene. Whereas if you compare this to the English one, see here, it just doesn't have the same ability to connect the artwork. I mean, it's still the same artist for both, but I think they did a good choice with connecting these two. So it seems like I don't know if there's only 2 or 3 copies of the triple R's in the Japanese sets, but we do have Blue and Rosa, which was a nice pair. In the English boxes I've opened so far, I feel like I've only opened Arc and Blue over and over again. I think we ended up with like from a case probably 7 Arcs and 6 Blues. It was a little bit ridiculous. This is where the Japanese ones. I mean, based on this box, I already have a different version, which is already nice. The Gatanazoa card. I think I don't know. This one I might like the English one more. Though overall, still cool card. So we're probably approaching halfway, though I don't think we've gotten quite there yet. Okay, so we have a zero. Hikari. Okay, all right. So we have the our AP card for this one. The Hikari scene. I think I have the English one here as well. So this is the English Hunter Knight Tsurugi AP card. So this is kind of where opening a Japanese box, not, I mean, it's still exciting getting AP, of course, but Uh, it's since it's the same art, there is a different joy in seeing something new when I go through the alternate art. But either way, probably one of the APs I'd like to get a full set to put in a Mebi Sakari deck, though will definitely be tricky getting my hands on 4 copies of those. So continuing, okay, so we've gotten a blue, a Rosso, and a Sakari AP card. So going next, let's see, a blue, I'll go green. Oh, okay. So this is definitely why I am really excited to open this box so far. We have different art for Zamusha. I think I think I might like the English one on this one more. Uh, but it's still always a nice treat to see something different in each of these packs. All right, now I think we've officially hit the halfway point. I did lose track of the number of packs we're on, but let's continue. So we have 0 here. This one's the same as the English art. We have maybe this one's the same. He's the same. Oh, interesting. Okay, so this is the new level 1 rare for Ultraman Mebius. For the Mebium Slash ability, it bumps itself up to 10k when you're fighting a kaiju. This is definitely one where, let me see. I have the English one here. Um, so now this one, I feel like it could go either way. Probably I'm leaning a lot more towards the Japanese one. Let me know your thoughts. I have to still, I do appreciate kind of the unique style. This feels like something kind of out of a Marvel comic book. This one looks like your kind of regular standard Mebius. So, but it's still hard to sometimes fight with a classic, and I feel like uh, could go either way though. Actually, I think there's like buildings in the background of this one. It's kind of really cool, or maybe those are pillars. This one, I think the overall like feeling, this American ones really look nice though. Okay, let me drop the card here. Let's continue. So, next pack. Right, so we have blue, Aguru, the already seen. Okay, yeah, definitely let me know what your thoughts are on for the Japanese BP2. Geo arc looks really cool in the Japanese one. I think I like them both equally, though it's still a nice treat to. I feel like I'm rediscovering the the cards in this set for the first time. So going through, we've crossed the halfway point, and let's see what we have here. We have Rosso, Arc, Kari. Okay, I think I like the Japanese Eton more. It has that ominous look and feel with the colors and the hollow. Um, hmm. Yeah, sorry, just stuck in awe. I really like the Japanese cards. Mainly that I get the benefit of opening this box twice. I'm I believe that the third set will also have this the unique artists for the English versus the Japanese cards. So I'll definitely be sure to after opening this box, order a Japanese set of BP3 and an English set, and open them side by side to compare the two. Zero, Hikari. I don't even think I remember this art in the English one. Gaia. Think I'm trying to remember what the Gaia. Oh, I remember the English Gaia card. This one still feels like very consistent with the level ones, kind of the summoning transformation scene, but I think I like this one a lot. So I definitely can feel like we're getting close to the end of this. Still a few more packs to go, but definitely if you have the ability to, definitely recommend ordering a copy of the BP2 from Japanese and have like 2 versions of this for your collection. Okay, so this is the Saturn armor. This one, yes, so this is actually the same as the English art. Um, so I guess they didn't do them for all the rares. I forgot exactly how they tracked which ones they did keep and had a unique art for, but still really nice card. If you build a mono arc deck, check out Chris's video on building the perfect mono arc deck. When he says he played 50 games to build that perfect deck, he isn't kidding. I don't know how many times I played him with maybe Hikari until he figured out where Spherosaurus was the key to giving me a hard time. So, Ultraman Zero, Nebius, Hikari, the Blazar level one. Okay, so I hadn't seen this one yet. I think I like the English one more for this one, though I do like the effect here. Uh, Makes me now want to get a couple more copies of this and build a Japanese maybe Sikari deck. If I ever find an opportunity to go play in a tournament in Japan, might try to play something like that. I've heard that Japan definitely frequently hits the double digits for having tournaments. They even have a lottery system. I'm very envious. We've had at most 6 people in our local Galaxy Cup, and I can't imagine the idea of being able to play a variety of people and variety of decks. So looking forward to playing in a tournament there one day. So we have the Dyna. Okay, now this is a card. This is probably one of the cards where my favorite version would actually be the English card. Let's see, I have a copy of that somewhere around here. Um, yeah, I know I had set this one aside. Oh, yes, here. So here we have the Japanese and the English one. Uh, this one, I like the art for the Japanese one, but it feels very consistent and standard. Whereas this is really cool, unique effect. Again, right out of comic book. Really like the style. Uh, Even at Comic Con when they were showing and talking about Ultraman Card Game and the collaboration with Marvel artists to have like unique art, this was one of the ones they showcased. That it's definitely one of the top ones. I think in the English BP2. Okay, and now let's see. We are down to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 packs. Nope, it's final 6. And it's been a blast opening this. Um, I might even consider getting a second set just to make sure I have a complete set of all of the one copy of each of these cards. That way I can continue to compare them to the English and Japanese versions. Because I feel like 20 packs in and I'm still opening a new card each time. So here we have the Dyna level 1, Scene Searcher, or sorry, not Scene Searcher, the draw card. Uh, Really cool now that we're in BP2. Dyna finally has some cards he can use to upgrade beyond the trial deck. So one thing I think I've realized that didn't comment on or pick up on right away. So compared to the when you open an English pack, you have more cards, but you also get 2 rares per deck or sorry pack, and you have 1 rare, maybe a double R or triple R. Whereas in the Japanese ones, I guess you only get 1 rare per pack. So I feel like you will end up with more when you open more boxes and packs, you'll end up with more double Rs or triple Rs. However, I feel like I'm much farther away from a playset of all the rare cards compared to opening the English box. So something to keep in mind. I feel like you will hit a playset if you exclude the triple Rs faster with the English packs. So with this, this is the double R Blazar. I really like this one actually. I really like the English version of this art, but I'm actually surprised by how much I like the. I didn't expect it to be this comparable to the Japanese one. So definitely a nice surprise. Now down to the final 4 packs. So we've opened 20 packs. feel like I'm gonna end up opening another 24 tomorrow or the next time I can get my hands on one of these. And hope everyone enjoyed going through the Japanese Vortex of Crimson and Azure together. Uh, Rosso, Dinah, Gaia. Oh, and I'm glad we finally got to this card. So this is kind of the card that uh, how do I phrase it? Uh, consider playing Japanese only cards for some decks. So this is level 2 Dyna, search for a scene. Um, like we mentioned earlier, has the consistent Schwatch finisher pose. Um, and then here we have the English one. So I don't know the full story or context. Seems to be something missing in my opinion for this card. It just something just feels off. I feel like there's another pass or something they needed to take. Um, I don't want to complain too much about the work artists have put into these cards, but uh, this one, I mean, I see people joke about online too, and this doesn't sit right with me as much. I kind of like feel like I want to boycott playing Dyna just because I don't really like looking at this card too much, whereas the Japanese one, really, really nice. Actually like the lighting and colors on this one. But yeah, big difference in the quality, I think, for this card especially, and has definitely soured my opinion on some of the English arts. But then when I look at the Dyna, um, I'm still happy that they went with this approach overall, and especially happy that the Mebius cards, the cards I enjoy playing the most, and one of my favorite characters, has really cool art for English. So let's down to our final 3 packs. Okay, so this is the Blazar new scene searcher, level 2. Actually, I think I like them both equally. I really like the English one, but this one definitely surprisingly looks really cool. So still, 22 packs in, and we're still getting new cards, and really excited by opening these. So down to the last one. I think there's still a chance we can get a triple R. I don't remember if Japanese was limited to 2, if not 3. But let's see. So we have Gaia. Abuse, scene. Okay, this is the Agul level 1 draw card. This one, I like them both a lot. The Japanese one, really cool though. Yeah, it does definitely make me want to go to Japan and put together a Japanese version of a deck just to appreciate kind of the difference in the art. So final pack. Hoping for we can get another triple R or even a surprise. I think for the English ones, you could get both an AP and an SSP in the same box. So let's see. I think we put the 2 cards in the front based on the pack so far. So we have Rosso, Aguru, Zero, Mebius, the Scene, and Hunter Knight Tsurugi, level 1 Scene card. Um, Hmm. So I realized that, yeah, we hadn't pulled this one yet. Been thinking about the level 1 Tsurugi card. I think this is another one that I really like the American versions of these. Let's see, I think I had one around here earlier from the previous video. And here we go. So um, final comparison, Japanese Hunter Knight Tsurugi. Uh, your classic transformation scene. Here, like it overall, still very consistent with the all the other cards. And now this is the English one. This is one where I think I like the English one more. I've probably gotten used to playing this one so much and seeing it. But again, this does look like it's something out of like a Marvel comic book, which um, never really thought about until the past few years. You had the rise of Ultraman, Marvel Comics, and all these other collaboration efforts. So definitely never would have realized how much I like the Marvel artists working on these. With of course some exceptions, but that's it. This was the final pack for BP2. We opened 24 packs, got a good number of double Rs, good number of Rs. We got these three rares. Well, the promo card for Battle Spirits is collaboration with Ultraman Card Game. We got the blue and Rosso, this really cool combination sequence for these guys. So definitely gonna have to open more packs if I want to have a play set of BP2 in Japanese, but still probably this box is like half the price of the English one, so it's definitely a lot easier to get your triple Rs. Though I feel like I mean they're not probably not too pricey, but it's gonna be quite a few packs before I have a full play set of even the single Rs or double Rs. Let me know what your thoughts are on Ultraman Card Game and the Japanese one below. And if you guys like this one, maybe we'll also go back and find a booster box of the Japanese version of BP1. We'll be just as excited to see some of those cards, but I think it definitely did it for me having a unique art for English and Japanese. Um, Made it just as exciting to open this box and really go through like all these really great cards here. Um, but hope everyone enjoys their day, and thank you for watching this.